Yeah, I like that question. Actually, in my life, it was almost by default. Despite the fact that my father served in the Congress, people seem, well, of course he's going to be in politics. But you put yourself in my position. Family of 6. I was 10 years old. My father disappeared in a plane crash in the business he was in, which was politics. As a 10-year-old, subconsciously I look back now, I had no interest in politics. It took my dad away. Why would I want to be in that? And actually what I did is I got into business. When I was 14 years old, I had my first business license. When I was 16, I went to the first teenage nightclub in Anchorage, because I was fed up not doing anything on Saturday and Friday nights. I said, I'll just do it. So I put together a corporation made up of adults and kids. I've owned lots of businesses, some not so good, lots of money in some, but I've also made money in some. But business is what I've always been involved in. But I got ticked off when I lived. Matter of fact, you bring up roads. I lived off 11th in Boston, off of Baldoon, and the assembly member back then in 1988 refused to pay attention to us. There was a city road. It was a pothole-ridden dirt road, safety hazard, kids everywhere. And I said, this ain't right. So I was 26 years old, got some friends together and said, we're going to run. And they said, well, where are we running to? And I said, no, I'm going to run for assembly. And they said, you got to be crazy. And I said, well, we'll see. I ran the race. I won re-election 2 more times. And what got me to be running for mayor in 2003 after I had lost 2 times, I wasn't going to run in 2003 because my wife and I just had a new child. Our businesses were very successful. We had done a lot, those things were great. But I talked to the current mayor at that time, and I asked him, what's his vision of Anchorage 20 years from now? His vision was 3 years, just the next election cycle. He told me what he wanted to do the next 2-3 years. The other individual, who was a former mayor, I asked him, what's his vision? And he told me, I just want to beat the guy who's in there now. That was Meister versus Wirch. I thought, okay. Came back, my wife and I had a conversation about it, and I said, I think we're going to run. I got 2 days in before the filing deadline. I decided to run. And then I ran a 9-week campaign and won. Because I believe part of what you do, it could be in anything, serving the public. And I've been on boards, I was on Student Loan Corporation. I believe your community you live in, you need to contribute back. Whatever that might be. It could be in your church, it could be in a nonprofit, it could be in public service, whatever you want to do, you need to contribute back. And what I found over time, as I served on boards and commissions, I found myself off and on bumping against politics because I also saw that's how you get things done. And get them done for the right reasons, not just because you're building a resume, but you want to get things done. I've always had this belief that just do your job, work hard, and yes, at the end of the day, you're going to get blamed for some things. Some people won't be happy with you, but be straight and honest about it. And also know that people are going to disagree with you. And it's okay. And not be afraid to have that debate. But politics is public service to me. It's how I give back. If I lose this race in November, does that mean I'm not going to participate in our community? Absolutely not. I'm going to be contributing all the time. I think it's important that people participate in the community they live in. Otherwise, they have no right to complain. That's just my personal philosophy. So, good question.